Hey, welcome to The Explainer. Today, we're diving into a really cool newsletter called Weekly NishIsHere, and we're going to see how it connects things like tech, pop culture, and business in some pretty mind-blowing ways.
So, get this. What in the world could a tech entrepreneur, a Hollywood icon, and a travel vlogger in Tehran possibly have in common? I know, it sounds totally random, right? But as you're about to see, there's a single, really powerful idea that ties all of these stories together. And this quote, this is it. This is the connecting thread. It's all about the power of commitment. You know, how going all in can drive incredible success, completely reshape a career, and even challenge the way we see the entire world. Okay, first up, let's look at what happens when people commit with literally everything they've got. We've got two amazing stories of what that kind of relentless drive can do, and we're starting in the world of tech startups. $18,000. That's the monthly recurring revenue a SaaS founder named Mark Liu generated with a brand new app in just 1 week. But here's the kicker. That 1 week of success, it was built on 391 straight days of grinding, building, and never giving up. His journey is just a perfect example of how that kind of insane perseverance can lead to absolutely explosive results. And believe it or not, you see that exact same kind of grit in a completely different world, Hollywood. Nicolas Cage went from being this Oscar-winning superstar to facing millions in debt. His commitment wasn't to an app, it was to his craft. He just ground it out for years, taking on all these B movies to pay it all back. And eventually, he staged one of the most incredible comebacks ever. It's the exact same principle at work, relentless, unwavering drive. Okay, so that kind of personal commitment is obviously super powerful. But, our lives are also shaped by stuff that's way outside of our own control. So let's kind of shift gears here. How are our perceptions of the wider world even formed? And what happens when those perceptions get challenged, like head on? So for this next part, we're going to explore that gap between what we're told and what people actually experience for themselves. And it's a journey that's going to take us from a pretty surprising trip to Tehran right back to the ads that pop up on your phone. For so many of us, our entire picture of a country like Iran comes straight from the media. And that narrative is usually focused on conflict and politics, right? It's the story that tends to dominate the global conversation. But is it the whole story? Well, check out what happened with travel vlogger Carrie Petsalis. On her first trip to Iran, she was just shocked by what she found. Instead of the story she was expecting, she discovered these incredible 5-star hotels, amazing food, stunning historical sites, and people who were just unbelievably welcoming. Her direct, real-world experience completely shattered the media version she had in her head. So that just shows you how powerful seeing something for yourself can be, right? But there are also forces out there actively trying to shape what you see every single day. Let's dig into the psychology that modern brands are using to influence what we think and, ultimately, what we buy. Yeah, it's not just about a simple TV ad anymore. It's way more sophisticated. Brands have become master storytellers. They create these emotional narratives. They use content that feels organic or authentic, so you let your guard down. And then they use all your data to micro-target you with a message that's basically designed to be a perfect fit for you. It's like this massive psychological operation happening on all of our screens all the time. Okay, so let's recap. We've got startup grit, a wild Hollywood comeback, a journey that flips the script on our perceptions, and the psychology of modern brands. Now, let's tie all these threads together and see the bigger picture that they're painting. So what's the real lesson here? What's the thread that actually pulls all of these different ideas together? So here's the crucial point. Learning about Nicolas Cage's career is interesting. Understanding marketing psychology is useful. But the real aha moment, the real insight, happens when you see the theme of commitment linking his story to a founder's, or when you contrast a vlogger's real lived experience with a brand's carefully manufactured one. True insight comes from connecting the dots. And that act of connecting the dots, that's exactly the whole point of the material we've been exploring today. The weekly NishIsHere newsletter isn't just some random list of links. It's a curated journey, and it's designed specifically to help you discover these connections and see the world in a slightly different way. So if you enjoyed connecting these dots and you want more insights that build those bridges between tech, culture, and business, well, the journey doesn't have to end here. You can continue your own discovery over at NishIsHere.com. Thanks for watching.